Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again, Meat Puppet Late Boomer. Got something for you today. It's about 50 Cent's son, not happy with the child support he's receiving. Crazy stuff. Remember to like, share, hit the bell notification because YouTube is kind of special. And look at this.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Right. 6,700 a month, right? 6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it. So I said, so hold on.
Okay, cool.
6,700
a month, right?
6,700 a month, right?
You're talking about a Forbes lister. Hold on, wait, listen. You're talking about somebody that has problems with everybody. You can't just live in any neighborhood. 81K is not a substantial lot of money.
Hold
on. I mean, I can understand it's not safe to live specific places, but 67,100? That's a lot. I mean, sure, your options are a little less to live in gangster neighborhood, but you want to live that cheap? No. You want to live rich, but then you're complaining that, yeah, but the places that I live, I feel like the poorest? 6,700?
You can't just live anywhere.
And if he's contributing 6,700, that means your mom's got the other half.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just for him to just take care of you. She got to take care of you. 700. Where's her 6,700 to go with him?
Listen, Choke. I jumped out of a burning house, brother.
What the heck does it
I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right?
Me too.
I had to rebuild my life over with 6,700 a month.
I had to do it with less. And I started way earlier when I was 6 years old. I studied for 6 years, living on 100 euros to eat for 6 years. And I'm Gucci. And you can't live with 6,700 when you're in your 20s?
Keith, I know you feel like that ain't a lot of money, but it's a lot of people here watching right now.
It's
girls that's getting $200 a month, child.
I know what it feels like to have.
It's like 81,000. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna get any sympathy from the people of the neighborhood that you don't even want to live in, and you're gonna be surprised they don't even respect you in such a way.
Nothing, all right. I do not care how much you love in the club, how much you love your sunshine. I love myself. I do not care, bro.
Ain't shit for you because you grew up in a fucking 13-bedroom house. Nigga, I've been in that house.
Personal different shit is different, bro. So you telling me? Hold on, I got a question. So you telling me your child should be privy to the same lifestyle as Elon Musk's children?
Listen, brother. One thing, me.
What is he saying?
I'm asking you. No. Answer my question. Do you think they should be living the same lifestyle?
If they living with me, they live in my lifestyle. If they living with their mother, they live in their mother lifestyle. That's the way it goes.
Oh, I got a question. All right, so with you, your child's supposed to...
This is like a social justice black kid. Like, okay, man, I need to be able to live as the same as everybody else with the same privileges, but without the danger that people might rob me because I want to live a specific lifestyle. It's like you want to do something without the consequences, and you are surprised that you're asking somebody that understands how to live with less, and you want him to understand your logic. When you get, he might wish to have that money.
We wearing Louis Vuitton, but with the mom. Yo, get that nigga some sketches. That's basically what you're saying. You okay with that?
What are you talking about?
Are you okay with that?
Am I okay with what?
I said, are you okay with that? If your child lives with you, they can wear Louis Vuitton, but when they go back to mommy, they gotta wear sketches.
Mommy buying you
You'll be okay
Vuitton?
with that? My mom bought me the same exact things that I have my pop. Well, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Would you be okay with your child wearing Louis Vuitton with you and sketches when they go back to your mom?
That's
Would
what
you
the
be okay
mother
with that?
choose for them to wear. I'm not into the materialistic shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's surprised that certain people exist in the world. Especially when your father actually lived a life that you would never understand.
I'm not listen.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't understand this, kids. You have so much. Your father knows you have so much, but you don't even understand him. And I know, ladies, you're not gonna like what I'm going to say, but it has to do that Papa and Mama didn't agree. There's a big difference there. I don't know what the sum is, but it seems that 50 has something to say. Let's watch that.
He'd been given every advantage in the world, far beyond most kids born in the ghetto. But he still feels like he's been somehow cheated or robbed by me. It's a scenario I never imagined I'd find myself in with my firstborn child.
You would never understand it if you are that dirt poor, and you need to kind of guide him very early on because it will mess him up.
But here we are. Entitlement creates resentment. There have been a lot of disappointing moments in my relationship with Marquise over the past few years. But the lowest was when I saw him post a picture of himself with Kyle McGriff, the son of Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Without rehashing too much bad history, Kenneth McGriff was one of the biggest drug dealers in Queens, and the man the authorities believe was behind the attempt on my life. So by posing with his son, Marquise was basically...
If my son is posing with the son of a man that he knew might have tried to snip my life, man, that's not a son that actually loves me. But if son thinks that Papa doesn't love him, I wonder who brainwashed him in that direction.
Co-signing an individual who might have tried to have his father killed. Like many kids from his generation, Marquise has always been into sneakers. Because he's my son, he couldn't just rock any old sneakers either. If a new pair of Jordans came out, he had to have them right away. If Marquise asked for a pair of Jordans on Monday, his mother would make sure they were on his feet by Tuesday.
That is, that's a dangerous entitlement. And if you're going to be there, not all moms are like that. Well, I have a son, and I've seen the effect if I use Amazon to find exactly the transformer that he wants. He had some entitlement. I had to teach him a lesson. Not physically, not emotionally, but just, I can't just buy whatever he wants, because when he thinks life is like that, he just gonna think life is like that. So he can cross the street because he thinks he can get anything he wants. And I need to jump in front of a car to save him? It's a bad gangster analogy, but I think you understand where I'm going with this.
It still didn't make him happy. Instead of being excited to rock his new pair of Jordans, all Marquise could think about was all of the retro Jordans he didn't have. All the different flyaways and colors that weren't in his closet. When he should have felt gratification, all he really felt was disappointment. I could not relate. The kid didn't have a job, but somehow wanted to collect $300 sneakers.
No job?
And then still felt unhappy when he actually got them? His entire mindset was alien to me. I have to believe his mother was behind his disappointment. He thought he could have every sneaker ever made, even though he hadn't actually earned any of them. He's not regular, she would tell me when I asked why he needed another new pair. He's your son. She had already established a pattern that you didn't have to work for something to get it. Marquise was just following her lead.
Social justice, mommy. Social justice, son. Social justice is freaking stupid.
I didn't want that sense of entitlement to become a core part of who he was. I was determined to help him learn that he would actually be much happier when he worked for the things he wanted, that their value would increase exponentially. One day I was driving through Harlem when I noticed that a sneaker store was going out of business on 125th Street. My mind immediately flashed to my son. Marquise loves sneakers, so I pulled over to see if I can grab him a couple of pairs on the cheap. Being naturally inquisitive, I asked the owner why he was going out of business if sneakers were so hot. He explained that he picked the wrong location and never got enough foot traffic to make it work. My mind started clicking. Say, how much do you pay for a pair of Air Force Ones, I asked. About $40, he told me. And how much you sell them for? About $80. That seemed like a pretty solid profit margin to me. What are you going to do with all these Air Forces now? I asked. I don't know, he said. Probably just stash them in my basement till I figure out my next move. I tell you what, I told him. I'm going to buy the rest of the inventory from you right now at cost. The guy jumped at my offer. Suddenly, I was the new owner of a couple hundred pairs of Nikes. I hatched a plan. Marquise was in Atlanta, where I knew storage space was cheap. I would ship the sneakers down to him, where he could put them in a warehouse. Instead of opening up a brick-and-mortar shop, which would have taken a lot of investment, and depended on foot traffic, he could set up an internet site selling sneakers, what is referred to as direct-to-consumer sales. All it would require would be for him to run the site and maybe hire a friend to manage the warehouse side of things.
That's if look, man, it's like sometimes as a rich father, you have choices, right? You have choices and you have a community that understands those choices. I wish a father did something like that for me, even if he was a bad role model. That's a start.
The idea felt like a winner. As soon as I left the shop, I called up my son. Yo, Marquise, you know how you always been fascinated with shoes? I asked. Well, I just figured out a way you can afford them yourself and start to earn a little money of your own, too. I broke down the whole plan for him. I explained how it was a great opportunity that would not only support his passion, but allow him to get a nuts and bolts understanding of how business works. This is a layup, I told him. Not too many stores get to start off with free inventory. You could really do something with this.
Yeah?
If you're truly passionate about sneakers, this is the time to show it. Marquise said all the right things on the phone, how excited he was and how it sounded like a great opportunity.
And go to here it comes. Mommy is gonna ruin it by saying something stupid that my son doesn't need to work like a regular human being. Papa needs to take care of him for the rest of his life, and he was already getting $6,700 a month. The guy has no money. He gets an opportunity. Everybody would like to have that money at a job. He's not working. He's giving him the possibility to understand the business as a start that nobody got. And they're missing the opportunity. That's why you give certain people a lot of money. And they have this weird poor mentality thinking, I don't know what it is. And they will ruin it. And in this situation, he's going to go back to mommy. Sorry, moms, some of you are kind of special. And son that lives with you, oh my God, he's going to do everything you want because I want my mommy's love. And he's going to ruin it because mommy says, no, you're special. Papa needs to help you even more because he lied to me. And it will get ruined. A good father cannot be a good father if the mom is special. It creates a weird dynamic that everything I invest in a kid that I love, the only thing I get back is hatred. Because I'm giving my son a life that I never had, and mommy says that's wrong. Come on, man.
So I had the shoes shipped down to Atlanta. Then I never heard from him about it again. Weeks, then months passed. Finally, one day, his mother called me and announced that she and Marquise been talking. Instead of an online sneaker store, they wanted to open a clothing boutique in Atlanta. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The plan I envisioned didn't include her. I wanted our son to learn how to be responsible for himself. By injecting herself into the mix, she was just trying to keep him a boy a little longer. I still wanted Marquise to get some experience, so I said, sure, let me know when you guys want to do something. But of course, their boutique never went anywhere. And the online sneaker shop didn't either. My issue with Marquise wasn't that he wanted all those sneakers. When I was a kid, I wanted sneakers too. The difference is that I was willing, make that determined, to do the work necessary to obtain them.
And this is the clip that actually broke my heart. Look at how 50 is getting so downgraded, demotivated, destroyed, that it's like, you know what? Maybe there is no point in doing this because I'm getting hate anyway, forever.
They a lot of people from the outside think that situation is sad. Y'all can't come
to something. It is sad. It's a sad situation, right? And when you pray for success, you don't necessarily pray for the things that come with it, right? And there's no such thing as success without jealousy, without envy, or entitlement. And entitlement is growing in someone you love in the scariest part, right?
Yeah.
And his mom developed an entitlement that cannot be met. Filtering that energy through his actual personal interests.
Amen. An entitlement that can never be met. I would never want to be in that situation, man.
Let's say now that he's starting to like females, he's conscious of what kind of shoes he want to wear. I need these Jordans, the retro Jordans is coming, different things. And then his mother go, all right, I'll get them for you, but it just bothers me because you're supposed to have them all. So while being a privileged child, he feels deprived. When you had everything I didn't have.
See? I told you. I told you.
How much my kids cost in New York State, 1.360. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have an issue with paying the support fund. The reason why I'm the way I am with those kind of situations, I pay my support that year that the baby's born. Move the money to the account, let it, and it automatically disperses a certain amount of money per each.
Oh, so he paid everything for the child support, 1.360, I think that is million. So the money is there and it keeps discounting slowly. And because he doesn't even know how to manage that money, that's why he's panicking and starts making IG shaming Papa, hoping he can get something. Nah, you reach 18, you're a real man. Take care of yourself. If not, mommy will help you, right?
Smart. So with him, I noticed over the years like it developed, because I blamed it on his mom for a long time. But it's not his mother, it's him. Like I've gone places where he was at, he left.
Fifth, you love your son?
I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
Yep. I know a lot of people that don't like their current father, but I still love him, you know? But I don't know a lot of people that don't like their father, but they still want to participate in their life and their decision that they're making, you know? I'm like, don't you think when you are the main resentment that they're supposed to love, that resentment is not going to grow in the one guy that you want love from? It's weird. And the thing is, maybe it was smart of him to pay child support immediately in the beginning. The mother has something to say about that.
And the reason why it was that low, she based that price on him saying that I'm going to still take him on vacations. I'm going to still take him to his courtside seat floor seats basketball. I'm going to take him to his baseball game. And he do anything.
Yeah, I'm about to say that once that happened, that didn't happen no more.
But that's what I'm saying. And the decision was based on that.
Because the fact that he says, you know what? Take the 1-point-something million, you're gonna get child support forever till you're 18. In the meanwhile, I'm going to spend time with you, but also I'm going to be involved and try to help you be a man, take care of your business, bada bing, bada boom. Papa tried, mama was involved, it got destroyed. Those situations are super toxic. And I know a lot of people that can manage it very well, but sometimes people feel entitled. Just because he's a superstar, you want more. You don't know what he is going through. He might have made some bad decision. I do agree. Both sides might have done bad decision. Cool. But the idea is the kid is still with you, mommy. You are reflecting your hatred or anger or passion or whatever that you have with Papa, divorced or not, and it will infect the kid. A kid can see all of that. And you are surprised that the kid becomes something that you need to take care of. And the best way to not accept accountability is be like, it's your father's fault. I don't know, man. I'm a very active father. I have none of these issues. And that's why I keep telling people, hey, man, try to avoid baby mamas. Try to avoid pull out. And I hope you like the video. And share bada beam bada boom. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, because if you really love your son and you don't love them back for a reason, it can happen. And in 50 situations, I'm not surprised.